So the US SEC is going to come up with some secret crypto rules very soon. And in this video, I'm going to talk about its impacts on Dogecoin and others. So the SEC is planning to introduce some sweeping crypto rules, and it appears that these secret rules would allow regulators to check in on the activities of crypto exchanges and DeFi platforms. And according to SEC Chair Gary Gensler, the new rules are designed to close what's known as a regulatory gap that's being caused by trading platforms that are currently unmonitored. And seeing this move from the SEC, crypto bull Hester Pierce believes that this could be very dangerous for the cryptos industry since the rules are going to likely be implemented secretly. So it appears that the SEC is going to come up with a huge warning for crypto holders. And now there are more updates regarding these upcoming crypto rules that I think you should definitely see, but I'll talk about it later. Let's first come to Dogecoin for a minute. So we know that after getting some gains during the last week, Doge started to trade sideways since then. However, at the time of recording this video, it has been showing some positive momentum. And the most important thing is that Doge is again moving up its 20-day simple moving average. Moreover, we are now seeing that Doge has created some huge swings and whipsaws during the last couple of weeks. And there has been an inverted head and shoulders pattern in the works due to these multiple whipsaws. And this is actually a bullish move for Dogecoin. And if this pattern is activated, Dogecoin's price might reach an ideal bullish Ichimoku breakout on its daily chart. And it may start another recovery phase, generating the required momentum. All in all, I'm still bullish on Doge, and I think that it is going to show some positive momentum in the coming days. And now if we come to Bitcoin, it has been moving sideways after facing rejection from the 44K resistance level. And we know that Bitcoin's price has been up and down after it dropped below 40K in January. And this happened after the announcement by the FED that it was going to increase the interest rates gradually in the coming months. And it appears that Bitcoin may drop to 38K in the short term. This is because there are some concerns in the market and investors are worried about certain issues like the Russian geopolitical situation. However, as I explained in my previous video, holders should not start panicking if there is some negative news like the current geopolitical situation in Russia. And we can see here that analyst Matthew Hyland has highlighted the fact that narratives like rate hikes, strands, and conflicts will come and go. And they are not going to hamper the prices of Bitcoin and other cryptos. And the good thing for Bitcoin holders is that Bitcoin's price has maintained its short-term bullish outlook even if its price could not move beyond 45K. And the confirmation of this short-term bullish outlook is that the RSI reads at 55, which means that it is in the neutral zone. And another momentum indicator, the MACD is gauging the velocity of any directional trend trades above the midline. And this suggests that there are still more buyers than sellers in the market. And one of the biggest positive indicators for Bitcoin is that the Bitcoin exchange supply has touched a 3-year low since December 2018. So with another series of dramatic drops, Bitcoin's supply on exchanges is now down to just 10.8%. So this is a bullish thing for Bitcoin because this continued trend of coins moving off of exchanges limits the risk of major sell-offs. And this is exactly why I think that Bitcoin is not going to go down from here. And despite shaky market conditions and some volatility in prices, another good thing is that the network activity on Bitcoin is surging. And as per this tweet from Santiment, Bitcoin's daily active address count has hit 1 million recently. And more importantly, this is the third day in a row the number surpassed 1 million. Meanwhile, another on-chain data is showing that sentiment is highly bullish for Bitcoin. This is because the short-term output-profit ratio metric, which indicates the behavior of market participants, has just flashed a highly bullish signal. And it is now showing more similarities with the summer of 2021 when Bitcoin surged significantly. And most importantly, it is indicating that the bottom of the market is in. And it means that there is now going to be a trend reversal in the Bitcoin market. And now before moving forward, I'd like to remind you here that this is no financial advice since I'm not a professional financial advisor. So it is recommended that you do your own research before investing in cryptos. And now, as promised, let's come to the important update coming from the SEC. So the chair of SEC, Gary Gensler, has recently announced that the securities regulator is working with the CFTC on crypto regulation. Moreover, he said the SEC is trying to work with various crypto platforms, exchanges, lending platforms to ensure investor protection. So I think that this news from the SEC is in line with the news about its secret crypto rules, and I think that the SEC is going to regulate cryptos with some strict policies. While it may have its negative impacts, I think one of the positives will be the protection of investors. So let's see how things unfold in the future. And while we are talking about the SEC stance on cryptos, we know that it hasn't shown a positive outlook for cryptos so far. However, Bloomberg analysts have predicted that things are going to take a different turn in the future. They expect that U.S. policymakers will embrace cryptos with proper regulation and ETFs for some prominent reasons. They believe that factors like dollar dominance, jobs, votes, lots of revenue via tax, and most importantly, a move to counter China are going to allow the policymakers to change their outlook. So this is positive news, and if it actually happens, then the overall crypto market will surely boom in the future. And now, let's come to some encouraging news for the crypto market. So we are now seeing that adoption of cryptos as a payment method is growing throughout the world. And one such example is Venezuela, where P2P payments have surged crypto adoption in different sectors. So the point of sharing this is that businesses are showing great interest in cryptos as a payment method. And this is why crypto adoption is going to increase over the coming years. And another positive news is that more and more funds have been pouring into cryptos. And we are now seeing that the total value of crypto-related mergers and acquisitions rose to $55 billion in 2021 versus $1.1 billion in 2020. Moreover, crypto fundraising deals surged by 645% in 2021 to a total value of $34 billion. So this diversified number of deals shows us that the crypto space is maturing and venture capital funds are increasing. In fact, it is expected to increase in 2022 as well. And this means that the sentiment towards cryptos is getting positive. Meanwhile, we are now seeing that many lawmakers from around the world are getting on the crypto bandwagon. And just recently, Matt Hancock, a member of the UK Parliament, has said that he is now planning to invest in Bitcoin. And the most important thing is that he stated that cryptos are already here and expanding rapidly throughout the world. And the UK should take advantage of this innovation. So this is positive news as more and more lawmakers are now realizing the value of cryptos. And now, let's come to Ethereum for a minute. So after having a good start this month, we are now seeing that Ethereum has fallen below its support level around 3K. However, this recent pullback in the price action was largely expected. And Ethereum still remains in a bullish trend even with the recent drop. In fact, we saw that after dropping to nearly 2K last month, ETH rallied up at the start of February and almost hit the 4K level. So seeing this, it is expected that ETH will bounce back towards 3.5K in the coming days. And now let's come to other altcoins, starting with Cardano. So things are looking bullish for Cardano amid its sideways movement. And just recently, Cardano has reached a huge milestone. It had beaten Bitcoin and Ethereum, rising to rank first for most transaction activity. And this is the first time Cardano has exceeded Bitcoin's adjusted transaction volume, signaling that something is working hard and right. And I think this increase in transaction activity is going to help its price to sustain in the coming days. And if we come to Shiba Inu, its price has been consolidating after SHIB surged massively during the start of this month. But the good thing is that its RSI is sitting around 56 points and has yet to reach the overbought area. Moreover, the daily MACD is also bullish, signaling positive sentiment for it. So if SHIB manages to hold these levels, they will help it to initiate another bullish rally. And now let's talk about some Metaverse cryptos that have been performing really well in recent days. So we are now seeing that some Metaverse cryptos have been gaining massive traction, and cryptos like Sand, Mana, Axie, Theta, and DAR have even outperformed some major altcoins as well. And it appears that these Metaverse cryptos are going to get even more traction in the future. This is because it appears that the fast food giant McDonald's is headed to the Metaverse. McDonald's has recently filed for 10 trademark applications that describe plans to offer virtual restaurants and other digital-based products. So if McDonald's enters the Metaverse space, I think all these Metaverse tokens will soar in popularity as well as in terms of value. And now, let's come back to Doge for a minute. So we can see here that Doge has started to move to the upside yet again. And this is exactly what I was saying to you, that Doge is going to initiate another recovery phase. And I think that Doge is going to sustain this momentum in the coming days. In any case, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Dogecoin is going to surge from here? Let me know in the comment section below.